Hey guys, how you doing? This is Josh from the Trinity and welcome to part 15 of Frostpunk. So in the last game we were still preparing for Doom, trying to get as much coal in as possible. I've been looking at the food situation and we have about 4 months worth of food rations. Excuse me, which is gonna last quite a while. So right now what I've been thinking is, because we've still got the hunters' cabins going, do I pull down these hothouses? Should I take them to bits? And I'll be honest, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I think we need to, because these take steam cores if I remember correctly. Let's just have a quick look, shall we, and see. Food. Oops. There we go. So hothouse. Yeah, 1 steam core. I've got 5 hothouses on at the moment, so if I was to take... We've got people working there and people working on those ones. If I was to take these 2 down, and then maybe get the automatons working somewhere else, I don't think that might be a bad idea, actually. I was also thinking about some of the steam cores that we have. So, for example, the steam hubs. They're covering homes and a medical outpost, so we need a medical post, so we need to keep that up and running. But I was thinking these 2, if I was to take those 2 down, infirmaries, I'm betting that only people can actually work infirmaries, health. So they take up steam cores and they use engineers, of which we don't have any spare right now. But what I'm trying to work out is, for the steam hubs, are they all surrounding houses? Because if there are any that are just surrounding like industrial areas, it would be worth switching them off during the night to save me some more coal. Pub, hunters home, hunters home. See, I don't think it's going to work out. House. Yeah. So yeah, my grand plan was, my thoughts were to let's just turn off the steam hubs overnight that are not that are only covering work areas that obviously don't work overnight during the free time. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. And what I'm also trying to work out is whether automatons, how much they can actually produce. So a steam coal mine with an automaton working, which is 24 hours, is 43.2 coal an hour. And that's a steam coal mine, so that's quite an advanced coal mine. But a steam coal mine with just people, we need to get into actual work time, don't we? Excuse me. Sorry guys, I'm actually quite grumpy at the moment. We've had a week off on holiday with my wife and my son, and a beautiful time in the northeast of England, exploring Roman ruins, things like that. It's been absolutely amazing. But then, as I've got home, I've come back with an ear infection, which is incredibly painful, and it's giving me a sore throat and giving me trouble to speak. So apologies if I'm having to clear my throat and things like that. But you know, I'm pushing on as best I can. I'm a proper little trooper, me. And yeah, just trying to get through the best of it right now. But what I was thinking is, if I can maybe take out some of these and put the automatons onto the coal mines, that might be a better approach. So that's what I hope I'm going to be able to achieve. And during the night time, I want to increase the steam level. Doommongering drunks. So a dozen or so people got drunk and took to the streets. They're chasing after women, yelling that we should have some fun before the storm kills us. See, I can't get rid of 12 people right now. I think we need everyone. So I'm going to send them home. Hope's taking a hit. But then what I'm going to do, call a sermon, evening prayers as well, get Hope back up. What else can we do? We have no discontent, we just need to get more hope. That's what we need to do. So we've negated that impact a little bit, but to be honest, when the shit hits the fan, I am going to absolutely hit this this new faith. all-seeing, all-knowing God of these people. Because, you know, why not? So, coal's going up pretty well. People are going back to work. So what's this? There we go, so work time. See, that's 72 coal an hour as opposed to 42. So having actual real people working on the coal mines still might be the better option right now. But I want these just to get more coal in for when the storm actually hits. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Research wise, we were getting the infirmary checklists so we can actually get people healed quicker. And there was also an option to reduce the number of engineers, which might be an option for the next one. Excuse me. So steam hub range, I don't think we need that right now. We are where we are with it. We've got enough coverage with the current steam hubs as it is. Generator range might not be a bad idea. But yeah, I wanted to get this infirmary checklist. I think the infirmary mechanism might be an option as well. There was resources. So efficient gathering. So that might be a good option as well, because we're going to get them in 15% faster, which we've been hitting an issue with this coal not coming in quick enough. So we've got some research options, and I think we need to focus on the coal being one of them. And really, this game is now going to be about waiting a lot of the time until this storm hits us, which is in day 40, 41, 42, 43. So we're going to get some pretty hefty temperature drops, so 60, 70, 80, minus 90, and actually, yeah, this is where the cold is really going to hit now. So do we stop focusing on food and use the automatons elsewhere? So that's the infirmary research done, straight back in. How long is it going to take us? So resources, efficient gathering, 10 hours. 10 hours. So we can have both of these done in roughly 2 days. And I don't think that's a bad idea. So let's get the gathering in. Yeah, this cold is creeping closer and closer. So hang on a minute. 72 an hour. Bearing in mind that shuts down at night. 43.2 for 24 hours. So it is going to be better. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. So right, off. Off. I don't think I'm going to dismantle them just yet, I'm just going to turn them off. So, none. Automaton. And that's what I'm going to do. Off. Off. Excuse me. Both cold filters. There's a coal mine. Steam coal mine. So that one. On. And hopefully that's going to work. So I've turned the two hot houses off for now. Probably dismantle them if we need the steam cores. And we're going to get the automatons to go and work in the coal mines. These gathering outposts are working, they are gathering, which is good. So let's get the automatons over there and really focus on coal. Think food, 5 months worth of food. This is what we do. We have now 15 people available and 5 engineers, which might not be bad at all. That's what we have to do now. Do we actually look? do we actually take these two down and give ourselves more options? Three days worth of coal, that's going pretty well. God, the automatons are slow ass. Because these would be good positions for infirmaries. I'm assuming that an infirmary would actually fit in that space. But okay, this is what I'm going to do. So pause. Let's get the kids off that and let's dismantle it. Get this one, boom, boom. Dismantle. For now, just to negate that, let's get the workers back in here, switch that on. Get the workers in here, switch that on. I'm going to get a couple of steam cores back, which will give us the infirmaries that we're able to work with. We only have 5 engineers right now, but once we get this, not the efficient gathering, but the next one in, I'm hoping that, so we've got 2 steam cores back building infirmary. So we can get an infirmary in there, we can get an infirmary in there, and that's what we're going to do. I'm expecting that we're going to get more sick people, so we're going to try and treat them better. Efficient gatherings coming. Research won't continue now, but I'm going to get the infirmary mechanism in. That was the right one, wasn't it? So yeah, -5 engineers. That means we should be able to get more engineers into the infirmaries. Okay, let's pause that. Switch that one off for now. Again, by reducing the food, I could have completely boned myself. You see, we've got 3 days worth of coal right now. And whilst we are using coal, it is still going up. Maybe we're going to do this, I'm not too sure. Excuse me just while I have a drink. So the temple has actually brought some people in on our side, which is nice. Julie's taking place, that's okay as well. Just don't kill each other, alright? We could do without that right now. Taking hits and looking after people as best we can. This is good, this is good. I'm actually going to need more resource for coal. More storage for coal. It might not be a bad idea to get that done. So, construction. Resources. Resource depot. Get it straight in there. Fit it in there. Oh, we can. So get those resource depots on. Yeah, because in fact we're in the red line of coal already. So yeah, the sooner they are built, the better. 4 days worth of coal is pretty cool. Yeah, this is. I think that plan may have actually worked out. It's by getting more people working on the coal, get the automatons working on the coal is going to give us the production overnight, which is good. Obviously, once the temperature starts to really drop, we'll put that fully to the test and truly work out and see what happens. Let's get the speed. We're going to be fine, Sally Castletown. It'll be fine. Don't worry, I've got you. Famous last words. Okay, right. So here, coal storage. There, coal storage. Let's keep this going. So we're getting. Now we've got a load of rations in from the rations in from the hunters' huts. So what's here? This is the infirmary. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. So if I turn the heater off, So the real test is going to be when the temperature drops right now. And I've got people working who are available. Prayers at work. So the people employed in this call them refuse to work today and intend to spend the entire shift praying. We've been working like madmen, sir, but there's only so much we can do to prepare. Let's face it, if this is the end of the world, through prayer we can find hope of deliverance whatever happens. I need the coal. You're going to have to go to work. Suck it up, bitches. Are we actually going to hit 8,000 coal? Holy crap, we are. Look at that. So that's cool. That is really, really good. In fact, the food's still going up even though... Oh, we didn't stop the production of those, did we? So, go down. I think I'm actually going to have to add some more resource depots in place. Okay, so, yeah, I know you all need roads. And unfortunately where we are going, we do need roads. Okay, let's get that going. Coal's coming in pretty well. We've got 11 people sick right now. Research is going to come in, beautiful. So, what does advanced heaters give us? So that's just better heating. Which we've got improved heaters. Let's have a good look through here. We're still going to need people to gather the coal while we're producing it. I'll just turn up the generator range set to extend its heat out. I think we need that. And then we get the gathering post insulation and do it that way. So 12 hours to bring that in, that should be fine. We can sort that out. So yeah, these are being built now, which is fine. So that will be food and more coal. Okay, so let's keep pushing ahead. We actually got some spare engineers, so let's get them. Get the heating on as well. Oh, I know, actually open the facility, that would probably help. That's okay, you've got no raw food, so that's fine. So yeah, one of my plans was to actually manage the steam cores better, steam hubs even, but with the way my, shall we say, flaky design layout, which obviously I did just on the fly, if it's worth dismantling the beacon at some point, might be, anyway, sorry. Yeah, so because I haven't really planned this out, and this is my first attempt at the game as well, there are houses and stuff all around this area. So it seems to be, houses all around every steam hub. So I can't really manage them to be switched off because they'll still need them on during the night. Okay, so coal, food, rations. 4 days worth of coal. We have 3 people that are sick now, but that, again, that's pretty good because we've got the infirmaries up and running. If we had, would it? It's not going to probably let me even have a look. Is it health? Infirmary. Yeah, it's not even going to let me actually have a look to see if I can fit anything in there. We're into free time. Let's burn through free time. So we are finished with that sawmill. Dismantle the sawmill. didn't realise that was inoperative, so it's possibly been inoperative for a while now, and I've not noticed it. But what we're going to do then in that case is resources, get another sawmill. Actually, we're probably going to put it in there like that. That's what we're going to do. I didn't realise we'd, for want of a better phrase, burnt so much wood. What's going on? Something like that's the one being dismantled. So hope's gone up a little bit as we've convinced people to mend their ways. So we'll dismantle that sawmill. I'm going to build another one. We've still got 4 days worth of coal. If I could get to 5, that would be lovely. If we can get to 5 by that point, that would be lovely. Unless the game keeps freezing every now and again with the animations. They have recently released quite a decent patch actually. I think it's 1.2 that they've released now. And it's just some more quality of life changes in the game, so for people like YouTubers and streamers, if you have quite a large subscription list, you can actually name characters and automatons, so you could name them after your subscriber list or your donators. Sorry, just before I get into that, sawmill. Children, go to work, get the heater on. Don't have a steam hub in range, so I'm going to stick a steam hub down as well whilst I'm at it. Tech. There we go. Excuse me. So yeah, as I was saying, the update. They've also put in some new visuals. So apparently they've included in visual increases for hunter airships, the hunters' huts, gathering posts, and outposts and workshops. So apparently that's going to make them easier to find, which is pretty cool. So, fight over supplies. Certain arguments erupted between some workers last night. Some of them wanted a proportion of the resources the facility produces so they can prepare for the storm. It came to blows, although nobody was seriously injured. Tensions are running high. Keep me updated. I don't know what's going on with my discontent right now. I keep getting that notification that discontent will rise, but I'm going to assume that the actual permanent modifiers that I have are making the difference and actually preventing it from going up right now, I assume, is what's going on. But I suppose we shall see. So I now have 5 days worth of coal. This is really good going. Again, the food, we've still got 5 months worth of food, we're still bringing food in, and I now have a plan as to what I'm going to do when the storm hits. I know what I'm going to do, and it is really a case of I'm going to cease all food production, I'm going to dismantle the building, and I'll probably do that just on day 43 before it drops in, because that's when it's going to get cold, although we're about to get 60, 70, so it's at 8, 70, 80, 90, and apparently, I mean, it's showing ice, so I imagine it's not going to be a good thing. We're going to keep pushing on. So yeah, the plan is that I will, when the storm hits, I'll flatten all food production. I will focus automatons on pure coal production, and any steam hubs that I get back from these, I will be deploying automatons into the coal mines and getting the people off them. Ultimately, it's going to give me more coal production. I think that's the best way. In fact, do I do that now? I think the answer is yes. That's going to give me 3 steam cores back, which will allow me to build 3 automatons. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to make the move. Get the factory working.
Brace yourselves. Coal is coming.
Let's increase the steam level. Everything is fairly cold.
Work shift begins. May the Lord save all workers from harm.
Fear of the storm. A mob storms the stockpiles. Sir, a crowd of terrified people have stormed the stockpiles and started to plunder our supplies. We managed to fight them off, but they demanded wood for heating and reinforcing their homes. We needed... I can't do that. The city comes first. It's got to. Because they've absolutely just fucking stripped all my wood. Sons of bitches. Okay, so we've got a load of people back. The factory is producing my automatons. We're using more coal, but we're bringing it back. Coal pile depleted. Where was that? That was where? Again. Not there. So my coal thumb is not working. Not working? English. Not working. That's because it's reached its storage limit. Discontent's gone up a bit, so let's hit some of these out. Help will rise. We need to get discontent down and discontent down again. There we go. Done with. Sorted. A tip from a believer. Captain Woman was told us that she overheard the neighbours talking about hoarding food and other supplies. We'll follow the lead. Well done. Okay, damn. We're going to need some more storage. So that's what we're going to do. We're really lost. We're really losing that much wood. Out of wood. That's going to be a major problem. Generator upgrades coming. Available to do that, so that's good. Just produce one at a time and see what happens. indication that something's being built yet, or not? No. So the coal has gone down to 3 days. 3 days worth current burn. Let's bring that down to steam level 1. That boosts us up to 5 days. So that just shows how much more we need. Nice power overwhelming. Nice little StarCraft Protoss reference there. So we don't have the wood or the steel right now to do any more of that. Maybe the medical automatons. See, I never went down this route. I should have really looked at it. Streamlined. Maybe if we get that up and running, we'll have a look at that. Right now we don't have any research available to us. So what's going on here? Oh, that's just telling us we need to add more research. Well, at the moment game we don't have the resources to add said research, so unfortunately that's what we're dealing with right now. Sawmill up and running. Get people in there. I know it's cold, just get the heating on as well for you. So I do have one automaton available. So, right here, coal mine, steam coal. That's got automaton. That's got an automaton. So there are steelworks. What's happening here? Production queue empty. Okay, so let's put these engineers back to the pole. Switch this off for now. So I was looking for my coal mines. That has been worked by an automaton. Here we go. These are the ones. Where on earth are they, chaps? Actually, go through that. There we go. So coal thumper. Coal thumper. Take all the people off, put the automaton on. That's the infirmary that's coming in. Getting wood back in again, which is good. Another infirmary would be useful. Get that one in there. And then we really want to get amazingly some more resource depots. I think when I started this series of videos, I actually looked at the way this was working and thinking, there's absolutely no chance in hell that we are going to require massive amounts of storage because we're just never going to be able to produce enough. And would you look at this? We are really maxed out on food rations still. Some resources. Just depot needs steel. We've got people working on steel, but I bet actually, yeah, we've lost the steel now. It's just the coal mine that's still working, but even that's going to be a kick in the teeth. So we are still producing local steel for local people, but yeah, the actual delivery of steel has done us good and proper. So technology, can we actually can't do anything with that, it's too expensive. It is now anyway. I need to get 40 wood, excuse me, and 25 steel. But getting faster working automatons ain't a bad idea really. Right, pause, research, automatons. Not enough steel, we just lost some steel. I read that as wood, that's why. 24, 25 steel. I think that's worth it. No, we're out of steel, don't worry. So we now need to save the steel.
Today's labor is done. Thank
For
you.
the coal. There goes the little hunter huts. And probably now we're in free time, this is a good place to put in a pause, or a cut even. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We are still prepping our little asses off for this storm. We're going to try and make it as survivable as possible, and hopefully that will be the case. I don't think we've got anything else that we can really dismantle right now in terms of food. We've got the hunters' huts with the cookhouses actually use steam cores, but we'll keep an eye on it and see what's going on. We've got infirmaries up and running, which is good. Quite a few of them, so that, I mean, we had a load of people ill, but they disappeared almost immediately. So cookhouses, I'm pretty sure they do not use. It's just wood, so we could get those resources back if we wanted. But right now, while we're bringing in raw food, we still need to produce the food rations. But, yeah, so it looks like the next thing we're going to do is build some more resource depots. We need 40 steel to get at least 2 out for more wood and more food and more coal storage. But yeah, okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.